one black radical versus 20 black conservatives. I want to watch this video. This woman named Amanda Seales, she is a black raging radical liberal.
My first claim is it is undeniable that reparations are just and necessary.
All
right, reparations, fair, necessary. My question would be, who's going to get it? Why would they get it?
That's a good question.
How long are we going to sit here focusing on trying to get reparations? It's been how many years since slavery? 150 years, 1865? Whenever there's a real thing that this country wants to do, they do it. Stop Asian hate. Okay, there's a problem with the Asian hate. Let's draft a bill, sign it, and it's done. Anything that needs to be done is done. With us, it's a carrot they dangle in front of us that they don't really want to do. And it's not going to help. We need education. Oh, it's not going to help? No, it's not. We need education. Getting a check from the government is not going to do that. And we need proper education. A lot of us go to these institutions where we're not really prepared, we're not really focused, and we don't get things that'll help us in the real world. So if you want to help black people, a check from the government, from our tax dollars is going to get raised, because let's be clear, everybody in here is black. We all American, we all got to pay taxes. It'll go to that. So I don't really see how this is going to help us at all.
Okay, well, first I'll start with it will help on even just a moral level. The reality is that the United States has become very comfortable with the fact that it does not consider black people equal, and it shows
this is what I call distasteful.
Has become very comfortable with the fact that it does not consider black people equal, and it shows that in many ways that I'm sure we will discuss over the course of today. But ultimately, there has not been a committed, concerted effort to shifting the mindset around the use of black people as a labor force in this nation back when it was slavery, now in the use of slavery as slave labor in prisons. So on a basic cultural level, reparations are an act of repair. They are an effort to say, our bad, we see you now. We have seen that done with Japanese folks who were put in internment camps. We have seen that done with Jewish folks. We have seen that done even in the case of slave owners who received reparations. When it comes to the use of tax dollars to pay reparations, and this is gonna come up a lot today, it's a matter of values, right? For me, my value system circulates around the fact that I think that as a community, we should all be engaged in repair for our community. So I don't think there should be any problem with there being tax dollars spent at repairing consistent efforts that have been made to impede black people. So the reparations you're talking about are not just related to slavery.
Listen, I can definitely understand where she's coming from. I don't understand is that I wish she had answered his question, because he asked who would get the reparations, how exactly would the government decide which black people gets reparations, right? Because if reparations come from the fact that black people were slaves, if that's what they're deriving it from, like, you know, all the inequality which there was and the slavery and everything, how exactly do you differentiate black people who came from slaves and black people who didn't? Because there are a lot of black people in America whose families actually didn't come from slavery. I don't know if there's anyone still alive that's directly affected from the slavery and everything. I'm pretty sure most of that generation's gone, right? Those people would deserve reparations, the people who were directly affected, but I'm not directly affected by it. I'm living in an age where I can have a YouTube channel, I can have social media, I can use whatever water fountain I want to, I can use whatever bathroom I want to, I can go into whatever restaurant, whichever store I want to, I can go out camping, I could do literally anything I want to. I could build a multi-million-dollar empire if I wanted to. I can do anything in America. So I don't understand where this, oh, we need to give people back their money, because over the course of many decades, the government has already spent so much money on trying to help Black America. But I believe that Black America's biggest issue is, one, itself. A lot of the issues are self-inflicted. Yes, a lot of the issues now are self-inflicted. Obviously, the old issues were not self-inflicted as much. There were external issues. There was racism. Now we're at a point where a lot of our issues are self-inflicted. A lot of our issues stem from no dads being in the homes. A lot of our issues stem from the culture that's being pushed, how we're being viewed and perceived in media, it's self-inflicted. 13% of the population, 55% of the murders are made by black people. Not all of us, obviously. Fact, the majority of the people, if they were to get reparations, are not going to do anything with it. They're not going to invest in it. They're not going to buy a home. They're not going to maybe get a vehicle. They're not going to purchase land with it.
I disagree that reparations are necessary. I think the most important thing that's necessary right now for the black community would be the stopping of violence, especially black on black violence. I don't see how reparations is going to solve anything. You can give everyone here like a $50,000, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently, a $50,000 check. It's not going to fix anything.
You can see her cracking already.
It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by
no, it's not.
10% or 20%. For example, we have the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even here in the United States. Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible?
A lot of the richest people are actually Asians. They are. And a lot of it's because of their values, what they value, the types of jobs they go after, how they value education.
And feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time, which is the rate that black people kill each other, according to the FBI.
Oh, young Matt.
Yet white people are the oppressors.
I'm not sure where your education came from, but they lied to you.
Stats don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there, particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So if you're going to start your argument on stats don't lie, you've already lost the argument. They lie all the time. One, comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of black people to ground themselves in a nation that continues to make impediments for them to show and live and exist in their true citizenship is a false equivalency.
I don't believe that happens at all. No one here is
Are you acting right now? Do you really believe
I'm telling
this?
the truth. There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in America. What's this?
It's interesting. You can tell she's the type of person, and I've had quite a few people in my last videos on this channel with those comments saying because you're black, there's no way you're not oppressed. She's one of those people.
Is racist. I think the only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism that we've seen, is the application of systemic racism against white people. The University of Western Washington, for example, has been trying to segregate dormitories, using black-only dormitories because black people feel safer amongst each other.
I don't feel safer amongst a whole bunch of black people. I actually, this is for me personally, I personally feel safer around multicultural areas. Way less comfortable in an area that's just black people or just one race. It's just
But they're
uncomfortable.
more likely to kill each other than white people are ever to kill them. That's just the truth. You have King Von rapping about killing other black men. Why should I think that the white man is the oppressor when black men are more likely to kill me?
Oh my God, this is scary. You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion. So let's check that.
Does she have kids that don't listen to her or something? Wait, hold on. Let me just not be serious for a second. Give me a second. And you listen to me as your mama? Why would he listen? If my mom ever spewed some mess like she is and acted the way she is, I couldn't respect her. I'd love her, but I couldn't respect her. Thank goodness she's not like this. The disrespect from her is insane. Treat me like I'm your mama. You didn't give birth to him. He doesn't owe you anything. This is a debate between two grown adults. He is 18. He's an adult. You're an adult. Act like it. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So on a basic
He took it so
level, we
well,
have to
though.
understand that
He just
systemic
smiled.
racism
I love his
is
smile.
Grounded in the realities that black people have not been considered an equal human being in this country since its onset. So there's simply no way to make the argument that there isn't systemic racism, and we have seen in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off. When we talk about systemic racism, we can start with even the fact that redlining.
I'm saying I don't think it really existed at all. I mean, no, I don't think so at all.
So it does exist. And stating that it doesn't exist doesn't make it no longer exist. Redlining absolutely exists. It is not something that's being made up. It's an empirical fact. And there are realities that exist because of redlining. We know that school systems are related to the way that property taxes are affecting the school systems. If a school system is not getting the same property value as the property taxes allow it, then it's not going to have the same efficacy at allowing for students to be able to get what they deserve. When we talk about systemic racism, we have to acknowledge that these private prisons are literally built based on the test scores of school students in third grade. upgrade. So if you are literally building prisons with the onset of, okay, if these people are not reaching a certain reading level, then we know that they're going to go down a prison industrial pipeline where we can use their free labor, then how is that not systemic? And if you want to
stop them from entering prisons.
How are you going to stop people from entering prisons if your goal is to get them into prison?
Sure, make them try to be more like Ben Carson than be like King Von. That's very, very simple.
So how does King Von happen? How does King Von happen?
King Von
reparations.
Hold on,
actually, no. Let me land the plane.
Can you let him finish?
About reparations, and what you're doing is actually just trying to get this conversation off the facts. And
Ben
the fact
Carson's...
is, reparations are just and necessary because on a basic level, black people built this country, and the country continues to thrive off of the labor that black people put into this country. And it would behoove you, young man, to really understand the way that your ancestors...
So, did we just completely forget about Black Wall Street? Did we forget how black people, back when there really was racism and social racism, and people were literally being killed for being black, or black men were lied on this happened. A lot of black men back in the day were lied on by other white people, saying that they touched them or they did something and they got them killed. But back then, when all those social racist things were actually happening and black people were actually getting killed and actually being looked down upon, we still had a community of black people that thrived, that were rich, that were on their way of being richer than white America. So what's the issue now? I think now the issue is like a generational curse that's just on black people. It takes a lot to break out of a mindset of being a victim. There's no excuse for black Americans to not be thriving right now. I believe that black people can be great in this country if they open their eyes to their own problems and decided to solve them. If they open their eyes and realize, hey, I'm not a victim and I'm not oppressed. It's not all about my color. It's not all about my skin. Like I said, the rest of the video, honestly, she just...
Whatever. It's a cross. Same difference. You got an American flag and you think you know something because you a cop. And ultimately...
Not a cop, dispatcher. There's a difference.
It's ACAB all day over here. So let me make that clear.
So she's upset for her brother being a cop. All right. Anyways, so that is going to be the end of that video. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. This is the little guy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye. Say bye, Appa.